Hi Felicities, this is Jen Victor and you are tuned into the channel with no name. Really quick to the new Felicities, my name is Jen Victor, my gender pronouns are they, them, or the Tagalog word siya, and I'm a queer, non-binary, immigrant Filipino organizing in my pocket of what is now present-day Los Angeles, but are the ancestral homelands of the Tongva nations, and I just like to look fierce and fabulous living in this place and space that I am in, and you know, trying to live the world a little bit more responsible and shiny. And so today we are doing a video that I don't know if anybody asked for it, but it's something that I do get asked a lot because I buy many items pre-loved or pre-owned, and so I'm going to share the big 3 reasons why I like to buy pre-owned and why I think you should buy pre-owned, and then also some tips and tricks on buying pre-owned, pre-loved. And so with that said, we're just gonna get right into the video. Also, if you're new to my channel, I guess I say the thing like you should click and subscribe if you're into this stuff that I'm talking about: bags, luxury, fashion, organizing, and being conscious about the world we live in. So the first reason of why I buy pre-loved is actually because you save. No, you don't save. You still technically spend, but you spend less money than what you would buy if you were to buy retail. And the bag that I actually want to highlight first, watch out for my nail, is this beautiful Lady Dior. This is a vintage Lady Dior lambskin bag in the color red with the shiny gold hardware. And this is the one before they, you know, without the adjustable shoulder strap. This bag has to be, what, like 20 plus more years old, and this bag I bought for about like $550. I'll share the exact total, I'll find it on my eBay purchases, but I got this for basically, as compared to the $5,000 retail price, I paid less than $600 after shipping, and I didn't actually have to pay customs for this. And so for me, that's a really good deal. This bag has seen a lot of wear with me because I tend to stuff it. I have beat up this bag, and honestly, if I could find another good vintage Lady Dior medium, I would, and use it, and then eventually, you know, it'll be retired or passed on to somebody. But I paid basically, what, 500 something divided by 5,000? That's a huge disparity in terms of how much you're paying retail versus pre-loved. And so this makes it more attainable, but it also means that I don't have to spend as much. So definitely, you don't spend as much. That's the one big reason. And so I wanted to highlight this red Lady Dior because this is one of my favorite pieces. I do also want to highlight another piece, and this is my super vintage Hermes Kelly Retorn in the blue marine size 32 with the copper, no, brass, whatever hardware. And this one I paid $1,725 compared to the $10,000 price that many Hermes Kelly 32s are going for. Depending on where you get it, you're still paying a pretty penny. And for this bag, which is 7 years old, and even though it's been dyed and has a light smell, it still has stood the test of time, and I got it for such a deal. And so this is actually, these 2 purchases are 2 of my favorite purchases in the entire like collection that I amassed as a result of buying pre-loved. And so like $1,725 compared to 10 grand. You don't save, you spend less, and so that's always really great. Since if we spend less, we can buy more other things. Number 2 is quality. One of the things that I have learned as a result of basically like buying pre-loved and then buying new is just because it's new, just because you bought it in store, doesn't mean the quality is great. And with mass production and huge masses of people consuming, the demand of things like, let's say, the Chanel jumbo bag, which has to be real become kind of a very basic bag, and it's oversaturated the market. The Chanel company is trying to produce as much jumbo bags, but the quality compared to, let's say, a decade ago is not so great. And so what I want to talk about is quality, and I want to reveal to you this little bag I'm getting to play with. Ahora, it is a vintage Chanel jumbo double flap, and this is the one where it's like the 7 digits, but it starts with a 0 and then 6 digits after. So this is like 1986 to 88. It's the age of my sisters, and the lambskin on this feels amazing. And while yes, there is you know, wear on it, it's still actually really good. Like, it doesn't, like, I feel like the pups aren't deflated, but also this is a 30-year-old bag, and look at the condition it's in, you know. It probably just needs a little bit of conditioning, but look at the shape. There's no, I was watching a video of a YouTuber that unboxed that bought like a Chanel Jumbo, and she was having, okay, it doesn't have it, but like in the interior, like there was a bump, like there was an air bubble? No, air hole inside. So like rather than the flat base, it was up. And so to be real, if I'm gonna buy new, I want it like 98-99% perfect, and I'll deal with a few flaws. And the thing I've realized buying Chanel and buying other brands is like, just because it's new, and especially Chanel is the biggest perpetrator of this next to Louis Vuitton, their quality in recent years has not been so great. And so what's really amazing is when you get like vintage Chanel flaps and even vintage Lady Dior's, the lambskin is impeccable. It wasn't produced at these high margins, and so there was a lot more care that was done with the bag. And so for me, that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to why I buy pre-loved, because the quality is impeccable and it doesn't compare to some of the pieces that will last years, versus like you get a pop stitch, then you get something else that's another issue, then you get this issue, and it's like, what the hell did I spend 5, 6, 7 grand for? And so this one is actually gonna, I'm still playing with it. I like always play with a small Chanel flap and realize like it's just too small. Reason number 3 is you have a lot more freedom. You are carefree. You're not as stressed out like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna ding the bag, like, oh, like I have to protect my bag. Oh, I don't want to walk anywhere. Like, you're literally like, is it raining? Oh my god, the sunlight, what is it gonna do to my bag? Like, that's literally how we are. Like, you know, when I just made that comment about like quality, like when you buy a new bag, you're just so like neurotic and like borderline crazy about like, am I gonna damage this bag? Oh my gosh, am I gonna patina it wrong? And so you can't truly enjoy the bag for like a couple of weeks to maybe a couple of months. And y'all, like, if you're, okay, for reason number 3, if you totally like done that, comment down below, because honestly, that was how I was with my Louis Vuitton Alma BB in the, it's just some eye candy for y'all. Alma BB in the monogram with the vachetta. There are watermarks on this, and it took me forever to like get over it, and now I'm over it. This was bought new, and to be real, I was just like, loud, the water. And now I'm like, F it. But that's what happens when you buy, you know, like, when you buy new, is you do care a lot more, and so it makes it a little harder to truly enjoy the bag. And so one of the things that I really enjoy about buying pre-loved or pre-owned is you're carefree about it, you use it, and like once you get it, you're like, okay, let's go, let's frolic. And one of the biggest things, this is, for me, this is like the, I don't care, I'll do whatever I want with the bag. And I know like there's Instagrammers and YouTubers that paint and decorate their bag, but you can also dye a bag. So I'm gonna show you this bag, but at some point in this video, around these couple of seconds, I'll put a clip of what the bag looked like. This was an all-white bag, and it was really great. Look at how puffy it still is, but there was like wear on here that like, oh yeah, it was right here. Where is it? Oh, there was like really bad wear on here, and it was white, and it kind of looked dingy. And so I was like, oh, I got the bag for, I think also like $500, and I got like the eBay bucks, so there was something, but it was basically like around $500, if not less. And then I dyed it for a couple hundred, I think it was like 275, something like that. And so basically just under 800, I was able to dye this bag to this color. And I'm gonna show you the actual, like, you know, image of it, but like, this is the color of the bag before it was dyed. So if you kind of see, there's like the white. I'll show the picture of the, like, hopefully you can find it, or I'll go on my Instagram. But that's what I'm talking about with Carefree. Like, I would not dye a new bag, like, unless I had all the resources in the world. But because this was pre-owned, I was like, you know what, let's dye it. Really quick plug to Avo from Newport Beach Deluxe Shoe Repair. He was the one that dyed my bag, and he's amazing. He does shoes, he does a lot of things, so yeah. And then so a couple of tips and tricks that I'm just gonna like highlight. And so one is, if you're buying pre-loved, I buy a lot of things from eBay. So what I do is I buy through eBay, pay through PayPal, and I use a credit card that like and it could be any credit card that has a really good like a protection. So like, let's say you get an item and you find that it wasn't authentic. If eBay or PayPal doesn't cover you, your card will cover you, and they have a longer date of like protections. I will say if and when I've had issues, eBay has been really good, and if not eBay, I haven't had to deal with PayPal, but I know people really like PayPal, and they have good protections for both buyers and sellers. So that's like tip number 1. Tip number 2 is if you're looking for a piece, we don't just buy like random shares. Like, we're buying things that we wanted to look at, we wanted to try, especially when it comes to pre-loved. And so what you do is you search it on like eBay. Like, let's say you're looking for an Hermes Kelly Retorn 32, whether it's a vintage or new, whatever, and then you set it on your eBay and you do like, I don't know if I'll be able to do the video, but like, you'll do like sort lowest to highest, and then you save that search, and then you always look at it, right? Like when new stuff comes on, because sometimes there'll be pieces and okay, sometimes there are things where it's like, it's too good to be true, it's probably not. I've had so many opportunities where it's like, it is too good to be true, but I really haven't had that bad of an experience. And if something does come up, and it hasn't happened, like, I know I'm protected. And so definitely do that like little search thing and save it, and then you just refresh. And so who knows, one of these days, maybe you'll find like a Kelly and it'll be for 2,000. I will say that I do have, and I think I had a video of this. I'm finally gonna send this out to Fashion File at the beginning of the year, but if you're interested, I am selling this. I think it's like for 3,000. This is an Hermes Kelly Cellier in the size 28 box leather with the gold hardware. It was authenticated by Baba Baby, and I have it up on the Hermes Facebook page, whatever. But I'm selling this if you're interested. I'm not linked to Hermes. This is just a pre-owned bag, and I'm selling it for like, I think it's $3,099, something like that, like 3,000. But you can message me at fiercerenegade@gmail, or you can DM me on my Instagram if you're interested. This is a really cute piece. It doesn't come with the strap, but it does come with the crochet and cadena, so the lock and key, and this doesn't come with the dust bag, but it's still in really great condition. I'll link the video down below if you want to see the comparison between my 32 and this one. Tip number 3 is you just gotta be patient, you know, and really, if it's too good to be true, be patient, and also use all the protections and then authenticate. Like, for me, I just wait it out. Like, I can play a very patient game when it comes to buying bags, because there's so many bags, people want to sell it, and then, you know, you don't even have to settle, because at some point it might pop up. And so that's what's really cool. So yes. So those are the 3 tips on why I buy, or 3 reasons why I buy pre-loved, and the 3 tips on how I buy pre-loved, and kind of like my thought process. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it's a little bit long, but like, for me, I just wanted to share with y'all why I buy pre-loved, pre-owned, whatever you want to call it, and how it's worked for me, and how I've been able to enjoy really amazing pieces at prices that are really, it's like almost a fairy tale. And then also, if you have any questions or tips and tricks, please share down below. Thanks for watching, and thanks for tuning into my channel, Felicities. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any other like questions, thoughts, or ideas for future videos, feel free to message on my Instagram, Fierce Renegade. Email me at fiercerenegade@gmail.com, or just comment down below. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. You can click the down like button if you like, because I don't want ups, I want down likes. And if you do click down like, let me know, because I want to know who's like, are y'all listening? And then comment, let's start a conversation. That's why I'm on this channel, is because there's very few queer and non-binary folks shopping pre-love, trying to be responsible and fabulous, and, you know, be in this world shiny, sparkly, and more responsible. So yeah, bye Felicities.